Twitter was Pakistan's political battleground. It was a space where allegations were made, claims were justified, and it was even a battleground for elections. Then, the government unofficially banned it and refused to relent until the courts intervened. The current cycle of internet shutdowns in Pakistan is marked by controversy, allegations of election fraud, and concerns about national security. The government of Pakistan has a default response to political protests, provocations, or progressive ideas that are shaping the online discourse in the country, and that is internet shutdowns and bans. So much so that Pakistanis are now fooling the system by using VPN, which has become the norm. Twitter, or X as it is we now know, has now been banned in Pakistan for more than 5 months. Hello and welcome to The Print. I am Debdutta, and in today's episode of Go to Pakistan, we discuss why Twitter has been disruptive in Pakistan. Disruptions and bans have been going on in Pakistan since the middle of 2023 when former PM Imran Khan was arrested. The latest disruption of Twitter began on 17 February, shortly after Rawalpindi Commissioner Liaquat Chattha alleged that the Chief Justice of Pakistan, Qazi Faiz Isa, and Chief Election Commissioner Sikandar Sultan Raja were involved in massive rigging in the 8 February polls. While the commissioner later retracted his statement, the authorities swiftly moved to restrict access to the microblogging site. Speaking to The Print, human rights lawyer Yasir Latif Hamdani told that while the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf Party's claims, which were aimed at the Chief of Army Staff and the Supreme Court, were abrasive, a complete blackout was uncalled for. In February, Dawn journalist Zarar Kuhro, among others, filed a petition against the ban in Karachi. Hamdani had filed his petition in March at the Islamabad High Court. Now, despite previous denials of any ban on Twitter by government officials, the Pakistan Telecommunication Authority disclosed later to the Sindh High Court in March that it had shut down the platform at the Interior Ministry's request. This was the first admission of the ban. The Interior Ministry then informed the Islamabad High Court in April that the suspension of Twitter was based on intelligence agency reports citing national security concerns. Further, in an interim ruling that was done in March, the Sindh High Court then specifically ordered the restoration of Twitter within a week unless the closure was lawfully justified or reasonably grounded. However, it is yet to be fully restored. Hamdani said, and I quote, "They, that is the establishment, see Twitter as this existential threat to the military or the establishment, so they take a dim view and somehow try to control the internet." Hamdani is also the lawyer who is fighting the legal battle against the disruption of Twitter and had earlier fought it for YouTube in Pakistan. He said that there is legally no clear basis for the restrictions on Twitter and that the government actions seem to violate both the constitution and judicial rulings that require any restrictions to be reasonable and justified. That despite a case being filed in March, progress in the case had been minimal, recent hearings had been constantly postponed. He further added that the lack of progress in addressing the legality of the ban sets a concerning precedent for digital rights in Pakistan. Unfortunately, there seems to be a departure from recognizing digital rights as fundamental rights, and this leads to a deterioration in human rights protection as well. The intermittent restoration of access to the platform has also led to confusion regarding the status of the ban. The IT and Telecom Ministry, in its response, told the Islamabad High Court that telecom shutdowns are under the federal jurisdiction, while the PTA cited non-compliance of Twitter with Pakistani regulations, alleging that the site had led to hostilities aimed at destabilizing the country. On 17 April, Twitter gave an official statement where it said that it was trying to resolve the issues. Human rights organizations, including Amnesty International, have strongly condemned the ban and have viewed it as a form of digital censorship that undermines Pakistan's international obligations. Speaking to The Print, Livia Sakardi, who is the Deputy Regional Director of Campaigns at Amnesty, told The Print, and I quote, "The blocking of X for more than 5 months in Pakistan is extremely troubling, particularly in the broader context of suppressing the right to freedom of expression and cracking down on the right to protest in the country." Additionally, she also pointed out that the ban disproportionately affects individuals who lack the technical knowledge or resources to use VPNs and thereby restrict their access to the platform. Twitter's significance as a politically active platform in Pakistan was highlighted on the 9th of May 2023 when supporters of Imran Khan stormed military installations in protest of his arrest and this has led to an increase in government and military criticism that was directed at the social media platforms in Pakistan since then. Despite having a relatively small user base, Pakistan has around 128 million internet users, and among them 4.7 million are Twitter users. Twitter has served as a space for critical discourse and dissent. It is the space where Khan's devoted supporters and others vocally denounce the government's crackdown on his political party and condemn the military's purported involvement in civilian affairs. Imran Khan is also the most followed person on Twitter in the country. A PTI supporter, on the condition of anonymity, told ThePrint that the establishment wanted to repeat the era of Zia-ul Haq, shape a narrative of lies, and hence the crackdown on dissenters and social media platforms. The supporter said, and I quote, "This fascist republic will not take any measures to ensure digital rights." Now, this isn't the first time that Pakistan has seen restrictions on digital platforms, but the sustained and prolonged nature of the current disruption is unprecedented. Earlier, YouTube was banned in 2012 because of a film called Innocence of Muslims, which was considered blasphemous. The ban had continued for 4 years and took a legal battle for its restoration. The practical impact of Twitter's ban has been questioned by many Pakistanis who say that ministers continue to access Twitter using virtual private networks or VPNs. Shehzad Ahmad, who is the country director for Bytes for All Pakistan, which is a digital rights think tank, said that the continued blocking is also a persistent source of embarrassment for the government on the international stage, and added that despite the restrictions, youngsters and various government institutions, including the Prime Minister's office, continue to access Twitter using VPNs. While this is hilarious to note, it also underscores the resilience of users in circumventing the speculated firewall which is being erected in Pakistan. Now, as per international human rights standards and relating them to the economic indicators, this block is costing the country billions. However, might is right.